We were studying the structure of sensory neuron. We studied the structure, types and functions of sensory neurons. Neurons can be classified as unipolar neurons, as bipolar neurons, or as multipolar neurons. How can we define these all kinds of neurons? For example, in a unipolar neuron, we can define it. Unipolar neuron is a kind of neuron when it's having a single process extending out of the soma. When there is a single process extending out of soma, we term it as a unipolar neuron. And that single process further divides into two processes, one that's connecting to dendrites and the other that's connecting to terminals. In this way, nerve impulses received from dendrites, and it's carried by a process towards soma, and then by another process it is carried away from soma towards terminals to make synapses. In this way, if a neuron is having single process, we term it as a unipolar neuron. Another kind of neurons are said to be bipolar neurons. When there are two processes coming out of soma, the one process that is connecting to dendrites and the other process that is connecting to terminals. Dendrites receive the stimulus or nerve impulses carried by the structure of axons or process that comes towards soma. And then from soma it is extending out towards terminals. In this way, if a soma is having two processes, one that's coming from dendrites towards soma and away, and the other is going away from soma towards terminals, the neuron is termed as a bipolar. Another kind of neuron can also be a multipolar neuron. And multipolar neurons are kind of neurons that have many processes that carry impulse towards soma, and there is a process that carries it away from soma. In case of multiple neurons, dendrites are combining and making processes. And there are several processes. These processes are carrying impulse towards soma. And then from soma, this impulse is carried away towards terminals, and in this way, if a soma is having more than two processes, the neuron is termed as a multipolar neurons. In this way, neurons can be unipolar, bipolar or multipolar when they have one or more than one processes coming out of the soma. This way we can categorize them as a uni, bi and multipolar.